Have you ever promised something and failed to follow through? How did it make you feel afterward? More importantly, how did it make others see you? Your promises shape your reputation more than your achievements do. In a world where people speak quickly but act slowly, those who keep their word stand out. Before we dive in, if you believe in growth, integrity, and mastering yourself, subscribe to the channel. Let's build a community of people who do what they say. 1. Promises define who you are. Your word is your personal contract with the world. Every time you say, "I will," you're staking a claim on your own integrity. Words may seem light, but once spoken, they gain weight. They bind you to an expectation that lives both in your mind and in the minds of others. Every promise you make becomes a fragment of your identity, a small mirror reflecting who you truly are beneath the surface of appearances. When you fulfill a promise, that mirror shines with clarity and respect. When you break one, it fogs over with doubt, yours and theirs. Over time, the world begins to read you not by what you say, but by what you follow through on. In Stoic philosophy, words are never idle things. The Stoics believe that virtue, defined as living in accordance with nature and reason, requires harmony between thought, speech, and action. To say one thing and do another fractures that harmony. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." This principle sits at the heart of every promise. When you say you will do something, you create a moral commitment not only to another person, but to your own rational self. To fail in that commitment is not just to disappoint others, it is to betray your own sense of order and virtue. Promises are not measured in size, but in sincerity. A small act kept faithfully can weigh more heavily in character than a grand pledge unfulfilled. To say, "I'll be there," and actually show up builds a fortress of reliability brick by brick. To say, "Trust me," and then falter even once can cause cracks that no apology can fully repair. The Stoic understands that each commitment, no matter how ordinary, tests the strength of one's self-mastery. A man who cannot keep his word is a slave to impulse, to convenience, and to fear of discomfort. But the one who honors his promises, even when it costs him time or effort, stands free and steadfast. Living by your word is an act of inner discipline. It requires foresight before speaking, restraint before agreeing, and courage when it's time to act. Seneca warned against making promises lightly, saying that many bind themselves with words uttered in haste. A Stoic examines each promise as if it were a vow to himself. Do I truly mean this? Am I prepared to follow through regardless of difficulty? Only after such reflection should the word be given. For once spoken, it becomes an oath before reason itself, a mark of your integrity written in the language of action. Ultimately, your promises define who you are because they reveal your relationship with truth. The person who lives by their word does not need to convince others of their worth. Their consistency speaks for them. The one who breaks promises, however eloquent, carries the quiet burden of unreliability. In the Stoic view, reputation is not a pursuit, but a byproduct of virtue. Keep your word, and character takes care of the rest. Your promises, faithfully lived, become your testament, a silent, enduring reflection of who you choose to be. 2. The invisible currency of respect. Respect is a quiet currency. It isn't demanded, nor can it be purchased with charm, authority, or words. It's earned, patiently, subtly, through the reliable alignment of speech and action. People may forget what you told them, but they never forget whether you followed through. The world measures trust not by intention, but by consistency. When your words and actions match, people sense something rare: dependability. And in a society addicted to promises broken and plans postponed, dependability shines like a moral jewel. In Stoic philosophy, respect is not something others give you, it is something you deserve through your conduct. Epictetus taught that external things, including reputation, are beyond our control. Yet, paradoxically, the surest way to earn respect is by mastering what is within our control, our actions, our choices, our character. Every fulfilled commitment is a small act of virtue, and virtue, to the Stoics, is the only true good. Thus, reliability becomes a form of wisdom, for it reflects an ordered mind that does not let passion or laziness interfere with reason. Imagine respect as a form of invisible wealth. Each time you honor your word, you make a deposit into that account. Each time you fail to, you make a withdrawal. Over time, your balance becomes evident to all, whether you boast about it or not. People instinctively trust those whose actions require no disclaimers or excuses. They may not articulate it, but they feel safer around someone whose word has proven durable. This is the essence of respect. It is quiet, cumulative, and unshakable once earned through steady reliability. The Stoics warned against the impulse to overpromise. They saw it as a symptom of vanity and emotional weakness, the desire to please others or appear grander than reality allows. To promise recklessly is to mortgage your credibility against your future effort. A wise person resists this urge, choosing instead to promise little and deliver fully. Epictetus said, "First say to yourself what you would be, then do what you have to do." The modern echo of that wisdom is simple. Be dependable before you seek to be admired, for admiration fades, but respect, once earned, endures. True respect is not about being liked, it's about being trusted. People may not always agree with you, but if they know your word is solid, they will meet you with deference. In moments of uncertainty, reliability becomes a form of leadership. To keep your word even when it's inconvenient shows moral courage, the willingness to bear discomfort rather than erode your integrity. The Stoic seeks precisely this courage, the mastery of self that turns promises into proof. Respect, then, is not a gift others grant you. It is the shadow your actions cast. 3. Make fewer promises, keep them all. Here's the truth. The strongest people rarely make grand promises. They do not need to. Their actions speak with the quiet authority of consistency. Words, after all, are cheap until verified by effort. The Stoics understood this deeply. They taught that it is better to act rightly than to talk about right action. So, rather than proclaiming, "I will change," the Stoic simply changes. Rather than saying, "I'll be better," he becomes better, one deliberate act at a time. In this silence of doing, integrity flourishes. Making fewer promises is not a sign of weakness, but of wisdom. It means you understand your limits and respect the sanctity of your word. A person who promises too much often does so out of impulse, the desire to impress, to please, to be seen as dependable before actually being dependable. But the Stoic disciplines his tongue before his heart. He asks, "Can I truly fulfill this?" before he agrees. By narrowing his commitments, he expands his capacity for excellence. Each promise becomes sacred, each fulfillment a mark of character. To keep all your promises, you must first learn restraint. This is where self-mastery begins. When you commit only to what aligns with your values, every promise becomes an extension of your moral code. You no longer speak to please the moment, you speak to serve the truth. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one." In the same spirit, do not waste time assuring others that you will act. Simply act, and let your consistency be your declaration. The fewer promises you make, the stronger they become. Each one carries the full weight of your focus and your honor. When others realize that your word is never given lightly, it gains power. A single yes from a person of integrity is worth more than 1,000 assurances from one who cannot be trusted. This is why Stoicism values moderation not only in pleasure and emotion, but also in speech. Overpromising is a form of excess. It drains the soul of energy better spent on quiet, disciplined action. Ultimately, to make fewer promises and keep them all is to live in harmony with yourself. It removes the noise of guilt and the anxiety of unmet expectations. Your conscience stays clear, your reputation steady, and your actions aligned with reason. You become a person others can trust, and more importantly, one you can trust yourself. The Stoic knows that true strength is not in the number of commitments made, but in the unwavering fidelity to those few that matter most. Speak less, deliver more. In that balance lies the serenity of a life well kept. 4. A lesson from leadership. Think of the leaders who have truly inspired you, not the ones who captivate with grand speeches or magnetic charisma, but the ones whose actions speak louder than their words. These are the individuals who embody integrity so deeply that their presence itself becomes a statement. Perhaps it's a mentor who consistently guides without seeking recognition, or a parent who worked tirelessly, showing through quiet resilience what commitment really means. Maybe it's a public figure whose life reflects an unwavering dedication to principle, even when no applause follows. Their reliability, not their rhetoric, becomes their legacy. They teach us that leadership is not about commanding attention, but about earning trust through consistency. In the Stoic sense, true leadership begins with mastery over oneself. A Stoic leader understands that before you can lead others, you must lead your own impulses, your fears, and your desires. Marcus Aurelius, one of history's most powerful emperors, wrote to himself daily, not to boast or instruct others, but to remind himself to remain humble, just, and disciplined. His writings, later compiled as meditations, were never meant for public eyes. They were private exercises in accountability, a practice in aligning his thoughts with his actions. That's the essence of Stoic leadership, ruling not over others first, but over the self. Leadership, in this light, is less about authority and more about example. It's the ability to remain steady when others waver, to hold fast to principles when the winds of popularity blow in another direction. The Stoics believed that a leader's true measure lies in how they act under pressure. When chaos strikes, does the leader panic or pause? Do they react emotionally or respond rationally? The calm strength of follow-through, the ability to act with reason and integrity despite external noise, is the quiet power Stoicism celebrates. This lesson extends beyond titles or positions. Leadership is not confined to CEOs or generals. It manifests in anyone who takes responsibility for their sphere of influence. A teacher leading a classroom, a friend who listens with patience, a student who refuses to cut corners. All are leaders in their own right when they embody steadiness and honesty. Stoicism invites us to redefine leadership not as dominance, but as disciplined service. A Stoic leader does not need to declare their values, they live them. When you think about the people who have left the deepest impression on you, chances are they didn't just talk about discipline, kindness, or resilience, they demonstrated it. They kept showing up even when it wasn't convenient. They did the right thing when no one was watching, and that consistency carved their character into memory. It's easy to be impressive in moments of success. It's far harder to remain upright in moments of struggle. The Stoic leader embraces hardship as a test of virtue, not as an obstacle to it. Ultimately, leadership, whether in a household, a workplace, or within oneself, is a daily practice of aligning word and deed. It's about earning the right to be trusted, one consistent act at a time. As Epictetus reminds us, don't explain your philosophy, embody it. The most powerful leaders are not those who speak of virtue, but those who quietly live it, and in living it, they inspire others to do the same. That is the kind of leadership that outlives the person. That is the legacy of reliability, the quiet power that Stoicism calls us to cultivate. 5. Promise yourself first. The most important promises are the ones you make to yourself. They are the silent agreements that shape your days, the decision to rise early, to stay disciplined, to speak truthfully, to keep striving toward growth. These promises form the foundation of self-respect, and yet they're often the first we break. We apologize when we disappoint others, but rarely when we disappoint ourselves. Stoicism reminds us that keeping faith with oneself is the truest measure of character. Each small promise kept becomes a stone in the fortress of your confidence. When you tell yourself you'll do something, and you do, it rewires your relationship with yourself. You begin to trust your own word again. Confidence doesn't come from external validation. It comes from self-consistency. You can't fake it or borrow it. Every time you keep a small commitment, finishing a workout, journaling when you don't feel like it, choosing patience instead of anger, you strengthen the inner muscle of reliability. You prove to yourself, quietly but powerfully, that you are someone who follows through. In the Stoic tradition, self-discipline is a sacred duty. It's not about rigid control or perfection, but about living in harmony with your values. When you make a promise to yourself, you are declaring what matters most. To abandon that promise is to scatter your focus and dilute your integrity. Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." One of the ways we waste it is by breaking faith with our own intentions, by postponing what we know is good for us, or by giving in to excuses that rob us of progress. Keeping self-promises requires both compassion and accountability. You must be firm enough to demand honesty from yourself, but kind enough to forgive slip-ups and continue forward. A Stoic doesn't berate themselves for failure. They observe it, learn from it, and return to the path. Each morning offers a new chance to renew your vows to yourself, to live with clarity, to act with integrity, to be guided by reason rather than impulse. Over time, those private commitments become your quiet strength. They don't need to be announced or broadcast. You don't need applause for keeping your word to yourself. The reward lies in the inner peace that follows. You become grounded, dependable, and self-directed, a person whose actions reflect their principles. And when life throws its inevitable challenges your way, you'll meet them with a calm certainty born not from luck, but from lived discipline. So before you make promises to others, make one to yourself, to be someone you can count on, to honor your own word as sacred, to follow through even when motivation fades. That is the Stoic's vow, to live in alignment with reason, to practice self-command, and to cultivate trust from within. Every small promise kept is a victory. Every moment of self-trust regained is a return to strength. Keep your promises, not because the world demands it, but because your soul does. Self-respect is built one promise at a time, and through it, your entire life becomes a testament to inner integrity. So here's your challenge. Keep one promise this week, just one. Show yourself that your words still carry power, because when your actions reflect your promises, you don't just earn respect, you embody integrity. Stay strong, stay grounded, and remember, the Stoic doesn't need to promise perfection, just consistency. Subscribe if you're ready to master the art of keeping your word.